1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Mudblood podcast this week. As you can see, Willie's still away in the Edinburgh Fringe. So last week we had a different guest on, but this week we have a co-presenter, which is one of the favourites that we had on the pod before. An absolute gentleman and the fantastic, the brilliant, the magic Maud.
Thank you very much. What an intro, by the way. Like, generally, I was expecting someone else to turn up where it was like, gentlemen, one of the favourites. I was like...
But you have to lie. You have to lie. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I've done that most of my life, mate. Winged it.
But how are you, bud? All good?
Very well, mate. I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. We're loving the outfit.
I know. I'm glad someone is, mate.
I do. I like it. I like it. I genuinely do like it, and it is something that I would wear. I think that would be a great stage outfit for me.
Do you want to know the story behind it, right? So I've got the jacket, right, because I saw it in Fraser's in town, and I loved it, and I thought I'm just going to have to get it off Pretty Green, so I bought it off Pretty Green, right? And then I did this video, and people were going mental about it, right? And then next thing you know, I've looked on the Pretty Green website, and it's sold out. And they've messaged me and went, mate, on the back of that video, like we've sold out of that jacket and that, right? So me being me, I was like, any chance of the shirt? Like there's a shirt, this colour, you've seen it, and the shorts. And I'm like, yeah, we'll send you that. And then that come, and I was like, I'm going to wear that to Heaton Park. And the missus was like, oh my God, yeah. And then I was thinking, am I actually going to wear this? I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb. Everyone's going to be looking at me. People will probably be taking pictures. Of course, I'm going to be fucking wearing it. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, no one is going to be wearing this combo, right? It was a naughty little combo. Anyway, so I'm rocking up. The jacket stayed in the hotel because it was pipe. Oh, my God. Never known heat like it, mate. And I remember walking up and everyone was like, 'cause my missus loves the 60s style and all that, like the sort of like the Supremes and all that, Dusty Springfield. And we're walking up and people were loving the outfit. So many lovely comments and that. I was like, fucking, this is class, innit? And then we walked in there, walking about, and then I've looked over and I've seen someone in the same shirt and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go up to him because I didn't see anyone else in the same shirt. No one. And as I've got closer, he's got the fucking shorts on as well, isn't he? Right? So I'm like, I can't even be like in a 5-yard radius of this bloke now. You know, I can't get near him. Anyway, I got closer to him. He turned around. I was like, all right, mate. And he was fucking so off his nut. And I was like, you know, when you start speaking to someone and you're like, wish I didn't do this. That was one of them moments. But I had to get a photo of him because this isn't the first time someone's wore something.
Last time you were here,
so when,
you wore out the Liam Gallagher, that jacket.
So, yeah, when Liam played, but we had this discussion the other day, Boucher Road.
100%, you got it.
So I used to call it Butcher Road, and this people over here used to look at me and go, what are you after, like a fucking lump of lamb or something?
What's mad is when you call it the Butcher Road and then where you live here, I ain't going to that's a bad combo.
And so I remember Kasabian were on, right? And I heard this geezer with a tambourine and I'm looking about thinking, Serge ain't got a tambourine, where's this coming from, right? And then you heard people go, "Ree." And I've turned around and this geezer's tapped me on the shoulder. He's going, all right, son, like that, right? And he's got a bucket hat. He's got the same jacket, which was like...
1 in a million, like...
Mate, seriously.
You really went down to the...
I've never seen anyone with this jacket on, right? And that is the truth. That's why I looked, I thought, no one's going to be wearing that. Fucking put it on, turned around. And it was like, you know, when David Brent is on that like surprise date thing, he turns around and he's like,
for fuck's sake.
That was the moment, mate. But what a lovely lad he was, though. Like I kept in touch with him because I thought I might as well message him every time I go to another gig to say, don't wear the same fucking clothes or you're getting kneecaps. You know what I mean? But he was just such a lovely lad. And I saw him again, which was really weird, like out of costume. If you know, sort of like he was working and he went up to me, went, all right, mate. And I'm like, yeah, all right. He go, don't remember me, do you? And I'm, you know, you don't want to be rude, do you? So he go, of course I do, yeah. And he's like, how are you? And you're thinking, you're trying to keep the conversation going until he drops something. And you're thinking, nah. And he goes, anyway, people loved the photo of me and you, didn't they? I thought, oh, yeah.
And then click.
But just an absolute lovely lad who just enjoys the gigs. And I've never... I mean, to wear the jacket and a bucket hat was bold, but to bring a tambourine as well was, fuck, I've never seen it, but... That's what it's about, though, isn't it?
Isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Do you know, this week's sort of like a bit of a fucking Oasis special because it's one of them things I didn't realise what it was going to evoke emotion-wise in me until I went it. And you kept sending me messages and kept going, you've no idea. And I was going, right. Because, I love Oasis, but it was one of them ones I didn't expect to feel the way I fucking felt.
Mate.
I swear, and just even seeing everybody, just the way they were reacting, you could just see like 15 and 20-year-olds coming out of these fucking middle-aged people. Just like, fucking hell. And then just the wave of it was just insane. And before the concert, my wee lad was like, why didn't you get me a ticket? And I was like, I wouldn't give you a ticket because name me 2 Oasis songs. And he knew 2, right? He knew the 2 that he rhymed off 2, but he knows them because I would play them, right?
Right.
And he's probably listened to 2 very generic fucking Oasis songs. But I was young ones shouldn't be going to this. Young ones shouldn't be going to this. You shouldn't be taking a ticket off, and even fucking just bringing somebody that shouldn't be there in my head wasn't right. And behind me when I got into the concert was a kid no more than fucking 11. And I was like, fuck's sake. Imagine bringing your fucking... Like, I brought my kids with me to Edinburgh, but I didn't bring them to the concert. Do you know what I mean? That kid sang every fucking song.
Madness.
From start to fucking finish. He was called Josh. He was from down in England, right?
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck? What are you doing? He says, 11. And I was like, every fucking word. He says, when we were on holiday when I was 5, I sang it at karaoke and I've been in love ever since. And I was like, fuck, I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. Like, there is Oasis fans that are younger than, it's just insane. And that kid then got the experience with Oasis, with all the older people who experienced it when they were fucking young. The first time I seen Oasis, I was 15. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I remember at the point in Dublin. And what I remember about Oasis was we all listened to rave music. Right, that was it, rave music. And anybody that listened to anything else in school, they were called hippies, right? They're fucking hippies, right? And you just didn't listen to anything else. And I remember Oasis coming out, and instead of us like playing rave music, we were all standing singing Oasis songs in the field drinking. Brilliant. And that's whenever like it invoked sort of music in your head where you were like, fuck, and then you started listening to other things like The Doors and Led Zeppelin, and fucking you started going, fucking hell. There's some fucking tunes out there. And it brought all that back the other night. I have friends who aren't here anymore, and there was me memories of them and singing with me, and you're going, fucking hell, I didn't. And the 2 of them is together because I've seen them both separate.
Same.
They need to be fucking playing together.
It was Manchester for me, like the first night of Manchester, the build up. I mean, I probably put my fucking wife's head away to the point where I thought, is she going to go with me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she loves Oasis, but I may have gone over the edge a bit with the build up, but fuck them. Do you know what I mean?
No,
it was like as we said, like this was our moment. Like, I mean, everyone, for me, the Jam and my favourite ever band, the Jam, but that is never going to happen, sadly, because Rick has passed away. Bruce he still was doing his like bass player, but he's sort of retiring. Paul's still smashing his songs out, and rightly so. But to see Oasis, who were like, for me, probably the second biggest band that I love, go back together. And I remember walking in there and it just didn't, for starters, being in Manchester, the whole place was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I've never seen Manchester like that in my life, ever. And everywhere you looked, Adidas Oasis shirts, bucket hats, Adidas. Like, it was incredible. It was like, I've classed it as like our version of like Beatlemania. I've never. This is the closest thing to. Remember when the Beatles just took over the whole world? I think this is what's happening with Oasis, mate, because it's literally everywhere. Every shop you walk into, mugs, fridge magnets, towels, everything. And I remember walking in. I was like, oh my God, and my missus, as soon as she walked in, she was like changed into a little kid again. She was like, oh my God. Got a couple of drinks, stood there, and then Ashcroft was unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
Cast as well, but
I missed Cast because they had a problem with fucking getting you into the fuck. And we went early enough. Like, I was like, we need to be down here to see the whole show. I want to see the whole show because Cast wouldn't be like in the top 10 bands, but there's still a few songs that
they're playing the limelight.
They're great to see. Do you know what I mean? That's a venue to see them in too.
Fucking right, man.
So we were standing waiting in the fucking thing, and it was surreal because, as you say, and this will put it into context, right? I went to Edinburgh and didn't do any comedy. I've never been to Edinburgh and not done comedy. I went to Edinburgh for 4 days just for Oasis.
Class.
Like so, and I had no interest in doing any gigs, and the Fringe was on, and Oasis. The Fringe is on, the Tattoo's on, all the big fucking highlights of Edinburgh. Oasis took over. And there was actually comedians complaining because, just to bring that up, during the concert, Noel says, is there any left-wing lesbian fucking atheists? And that had to do with a comedian. She came on and says that there was nobody at her show because they were all at Oasis.
Right.
And that's balls because the people that were at Oasis wouldn't have been going to the end.
Yeah.
They came from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I was there was loads from Glasgow, loads from fucking England, loads from Ireland, all in Edinburgh. So it wasn't that nobody went to Edinburgh to fucking go to the Fringe.
Aye.
If anything, they probably pumped up some of the shows before and the days after and before.
I should imagine so.
Because the Edinburgh Fringes went down a wee bit in my eyes. There's not as many comedians wanting to do it. And if they are doing it, they're only doing 2 weeks. So it actually brought a lot more people into the city than ever would have been because you couldn't get a hotel, you couldn't get anywhere. Everything was sold out. And that's why he said the comment. So people was like, well, what the fuck's that all about? But that's where he came about.
Right,
so that's what that was about. Some people's asking. But it was just, I went to Edinburgh, didn't have any interest, didn't want to know. That's my job.
Of course.
I'm fucking over to see Oasis. So all I give a fuck about was, let's go and have a wee look about Edinburgh. And then I'm going to a fucking gig on Saturday night. And I didn't sleep after the gig. I mean, literally, nothing to do with me girl being sick in the middle of the night and all. But the excitement of it. And since I've come home, I'm like, the way you
down, innit?
I'm like, I need another fix. So I'm busting my chops to get on Sunday. I can't go Saturday. I've got offered a ticket for Saturday. I can't go Saturday because I'm gigging.
Would you go Sunday?
I would fucking go Sunday 100%.
I ain't going on Sunday.
100% if I got a
Cut
ticket.
this bit out a minute.
I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. Just knowing that person and they had tickets, I can't believe that worked. So now we're going to be doing a podcast, travelling down, videos travelling down, outside the ground, speaking to a few people, and then we'll do the whole thing. I can't believe it's going to work, like, just because we're doing a bit of filming that they were happy enough for us to get tickets.
100%. Got to keep
the actual bit where we were like saying that pretty little things give you that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know it's mental that, like, tops and stuff, like, you just mention it and people send you them and they're like, here, because Kevin Bridges wore one of these and I put like a comment on it and then the guy was like, here, Paddy, do you want one of these tops?
Fucking lovely.
You know,
mate.
so it's just fucking mental the way the world works. Like, it's just people.
Mate, it's fucking like you'll find it yourself, as you said. Sometimes people, my head's fried now. Honestly, I don't even know what to talk about. Like,
Why are you talking about
fucking so excited. Like sometimes people have put stuff up and they've like, oh, we've got this, we've got that, like clothing brands, and they often message me and they say, oh, do you like this? Would you retweet it or something? You think, and then they're like, we'll send you some stuff. You're like, let me retweet that fucking hell for you. You know what I mean?
No, it gets you.
Mm-hmm. But there is some stuff, you know, you must have got it. Someone to send you something and it's fucking brutal.
Oh, fuck. You've no idea. Going to the concert, when I got over, remember we were talking about clothes and like what to wear, and I went and bought a pair of fucking blue gazelles because in my head I was like, right, I have a pair of jeans there that's flurry. I says I'm going to wear them pair of nice Wranglers that I have from back in the day. Wear them Wranglers with the blue gazelles. And then the guy sent me the white fucking shirt of this, and I was like, that doesn't really fucking go with that because it's green. And then she wouldn't let me buy another pair of green goodies because I have a thing for green goodies. Like, I have, you know what goodies is, don't you?
Trainers,
yeah.
Trainers, yeah.
So I've like
I've
20
been here 3
cars.
years. Come on.
I know,
I'm
but
picking it up.
like loads of green trainers. I just have a thing for green trainers.
Is that because being a Celtics fan?
I don't know if it's a Celtic thing. I love blue too. Like I'm not. A lot of my friends in Glasgow look at me sometimes because I have like the big. I love my blue Stone Island, so I'd have my big blue Parker Stone Island, and they would go to me, "What the fuck?" 'Cause they wouldn't wear blue. Like they wouldn't have a blue car. They wouldn't have. They're just so.
That's weird though.
It's
innit?
a football
I know.
rivalry thing. It's like
Triangle.
Liverpool and Everton's the same fucking thing. Like I don't know. Would you wear blue? You're Liverpool.
I don't think I suit blue, but I wouldn't
You're
be.
sitting on a blue seat.
I see, and I feel fucking disgusting. But
I think you need the seat to feel like that, son.
I don't care. I would wear blue. Like,
I think
but
some people go.
Some people
really
go above
over
it.
the top.
Yeah.
Like in Glasgow, it's a big thing. Like they're like, I wouldn't wear, and I'd be like, listen, that has nothing to do with Rangers. It really fucking doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's a fucking mad thing. And I know some people here who are Northern Ireland fans and Rangers fans, and they won't wear like
it's
green.
all tribal. Like,
No,
Weird,
but that
innit?
when you're going, fuck's sake, lads, because they're big Linfield and Rangers fans, and they're like, oh, we're about Linfield or Rangers, the Northern Ireland match, and they're going, fuck's sake, their colours aren't that.
Yeah.
It's green and white armies what they sing. Like you can, but it's mental because some of them do, and they would hold up a green and white scarf. But if they were at a Rangers match, they'd be fucking get them bastards in green and white.
it's funny you mentioned about like blocking your man after the Fulham and Villa
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, I done the same thing to him after I blocked him after Champions League final in 2018.
Did I know about it?
Yeah, sure, you pulled me about it. You pulled me about it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse than that.
He put up a fucking thing on Facebook, and I just went, fuck it.
Someone did it. Someone did it to me, right? No, I done it. I met someone, right? And when I was on this tour with the Brian Jonestown Massacre, right? And they were lovely people, and they come up to me. I was like, "Oh, I love your magic and all that. I'm a big fan. Can you show us a trick?" And that I was thought, depends what you know yourself. It's like if someone comes up to you and says, can you tell me a joke now?" And you're like, I know it's not. People say, "Well, it's not the same," but it's like you're still performing. It's your work. You have to be in the right mindset. And I was like, where I went. I got a few minutes, guy. Come on, mate. I did a few tricks. It was lovely. It was like, "Oh, can we get a photo?" And I was like, yeah. And I said, right, tag me in it, and I retweet it, right. He said, I said to him, like, what's your Twitter handle? And he said this name. I was like, oh, fuck that. I said, yeah, type it in, right. And he's typed it in his phone. It's come up. It's like, it ain't coming up. I was like, oh yeah, let me have a look and all this. It ain't coming up. And then like if you at the handle, but then search it and then it comes up with posts. It all said post unavailable and that. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I clicked on it and it just said that I blocked the bloke. And he was standing there and I'm like, what it is, mate, is I had people looking after my social media and they've probably seen something that you put. They probably don't. Look, I'll just amend that now. You know what I mean? I'm fucking awkward, mate. And the geezer's there with his family and that. We've had a photo and I find out I blocked him.
And you don't remember.
But I don't know what.
But it's been something.
But 100%.
I
I don't just go on a block. No.
Yeah, he's done something. And people are fucking weird.
What was that?
A bit of magic.
People are fucking weird. What did you throw there?
It's magic.
chewing gum?
It's magic.
Is that chewing gum? Do you do that in your house?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, different breed over here, isn't it? Do you want your curtains as well?
My dad was at the thing. I used to tell people that I'd done this. I told it on a podcast, and the many comments, people going, bollocks, right? But I used to, when we were in YTP, do you know what YTP is? Like when you leave school and you go in to do a trade?
Like, no.
Like a training.
Oh,
youth
okay.
training
Yeah.
thing, right? So we were in training to be joiners, carpenters, and on a Thursday you get paid, and everyone from the class went to McDonald's and we had a burger, right? And I hate gherkins. So I used to take the gherkins out and stick them to the ceiling. And everybody used to go, how the fuck do you do that? Because when they tried to do it, it was bouncing off, but I could flick it in a way, just because I'd done it so many times. But we were going every Thursday. We were going every Thursday, right? And one day, fucking I threw it and it didn't stick, and they all went, ah! And I looked up, and the tail was completely filled. So it didn't stick because it was fucking like just gherkin city up there. And my dad was at the Celtic match, and a fella came over and went, I went to college with your son, when he found out who my dad was. And my dad tried to ring me in the middle of the match and was like, this fella sitting next to me here is telling me you're the Gherkin King. And I was going, well, I can't eat. And then my dad came home, he says you used to throw fucking things in Burger King or KFC. And I says it was McDonald's and it was Gherkins. He says, but you filled the complete fucking thing.
I'll be worried about that fucking coming and hitting me on the head, mate.
See,
It doesn't come down.
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It hardens and then I go up and scrape them off.
I had to scrape them off the fucking ceiling of our last studio.
How many
And we moved out.
do you just do that every fucking... Fuck's sake.
You know, when I was driving the taxi, so...
You can't do it in the cab.
Not in the cab, but see cabs in front of me.
Yeah.
So, and I used to stick the chewing, and every cunt used to get out to clean their taxi, and there would have been chewing gum. They used to come look at me. You're a bastard. They knew it was me.
Fuck's sake. I
Just
thought there was
stick
peace over here, do you know what I mean? And there's you going around in the black cab throwing fucking Wrigley's at people.
it. Take that there.
Fucking brilliant. Man. I've never seen it.
You can put that in your act.
I used to do it. There's a bloke who called David Stone, French magician, right? And he does the best card to ceiling. I promise you, I've never seen anything like it, right? So the card to ceiling's like an old. It's been in
the
magic.
thing up.
It's been in magic for years, right? But he does it in such a way. He's done it in not like a cathedral, but something with a real high ceiling
Yeah,
on his
works.
documentary, right? On his trailer to buy it, it goes because the way he does it is foolproof. But he spins the deck, and I'm watching, going, fuck that, right? Do you know what I mean? But I do it a different way, like the classic way. We're working a ceiling here, but you couldn't do it like in the trailer. The ceiling is, I don't know how high, but it's just for a magician.
Scary,
Like,
yes.
when you see it, you'll say, "Oh, it's no different to how I did it to how
No,
he
but I
does
get-
it." But
I
as a
get-
magician, when you
That's
see,
like, how do you get a flat height?
me, mate,
Anything
mental.
over 8-foot ceilings. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fuck me, man. I've never seen anything like
Yeah.
it.
So the trick is like a whole deck of cards, and the one in the
One
ceiling
card
is,
sticks.
is
But
the,
that-
You put the card, so you pick a card, you sign the card, put it back in the box, put elastic band around it, and he fucking throws it. But as he's throwing it, he gets spin on them, and they're going around like that, and it just hits the ceiling. All the cards come down,
Apart
and
from
one
the
stay.
Magic George used to
mental.
do it all the time. So the pavilion used to have like 50 cards on the fucking ceiling.
Let's back up a bit. Who's Magic George?
Do you know who he is?
No, should I?
He is.
I'm only joking. Do you remember last time when
Do you know him?
William was talking about the other lad from Blue Peter? Do you remember?
Oh,
Do you remember?
yes.
What was his name? Joe Lim.
Joe Lim.
He's got a show in Belfast soon, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's playing. Is there a venue called the Mac?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's playing the Mac. I'm giving him free promo, ain't I?
There you go.
There you go.
Well,
Why
so you're
don't you
making
try
up
and
for
get on
last time.
before him?
Huh?
Would you not go on before another magician?
No, I
Is he like a comedian magician?
no. That's
a
why I
magician?
think he's a very, very good magician at what he does. You can tell him that.
Is he in the magic circle?
I think he is. But it's my style's different, you know. I mean, you know yourself, Paddy. Like we've all got our own little styles, and I think he does a lot of kids magic as well. I think he's. I mean, I can be family friendly if the price is right. Do you know what I mean?
Get you.
But it's like the act you got on. You
You
know,
prefer doing it the adults?
yeah, because
Yeah.
you can not so much you can get away with a lot, but it's like when I get nervous, I swear, and that is the truth. Like people like swear, and I'm like I'm nervous, so sometimes I go, oh fuck. When in reality, I'm like it's just me being nervous, right? And when you're performing in front of kids and a family show, you got to remember as well as what tricks you're doing. You got to remember not to do that, you know, and.
Oh, get it?
Yeah,
I get
but
it.
I think
Because it's the same for me. You know, that like I remember they booked me for the Glenarm Festival and I was like, we were doing 3 shows, one at 11 o'clock in the morning, one at fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon and then one at 3 o'clock. So it was all family friendly and you go in. I remember the first time getting into the room and it was like people in their 90s down to people who were 1, you know, like it was just, and I was like, fuck, do I have material here? So you're trying in your head to not swear because like we've done my first show in the Ulster Hall that we recorded. We done the fuckometer.
The what?
The
fuckometer?
fuckometer.
Oh, so
And I done 20 fucks in 40 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, you know, like literally.
Right.
So I swear a lot because
Man.
doing the
Like,
not
door,
intentionally?
doorman, fucking taxi driver, building sites, every environment
it's
I
all
worked in,
revolved
was
around that,
fucking
innit?
fuck. You know what I mean? Like it was just
Yeah.
so when you do a family friendly show, I was like, and then even the material, because some of the material you forget, I can't do a bit, or I can't do, just because it's adult material. So it's just a different kind of.
You've got like a sort of like a guard up more, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? But
so when I
you can
do
relax.
weddings, I have to be careful as well.
Fuck. It's mad, though, isn't it?
It's mad. It's mad. But have you ever done that, like 2 magicians on, or?
Never, mate. I've done.
Because I was just thinking,
actually,
like, they don't have. Is there?
Do you know what? That brings me back to something, Paddy.
We are sponsored this week by our friends at Thompson's Garage, and we are specifically putting out about our show the first Sunday of every month live at Thompson's with myself, 2 other comedians, and a musician. You get your food, it's drink, it's good crack, it's a Sunday. You can be back in the house by 10 o'clock. What else would you be doing? Get involved, check it out, live at Thompson's. Myself, 2 other comedians, music, burgers, it's all there. See you all soon. Check it out, get your tickets.
Years ago, did this corporate thing. I'm talking, how old was I? I must have been about 19, 20, mate. Now 35, so it was a long time ago, right? And did this corporate gig at Twickenham. Is that where the
Cricket
England?
ground?
No, oh no. Where's the rugby?
Am I right? It's
Twickenham's the rugby ground, isn't it?
Is it?
No,
Lords is the
Lords is the cricket ground.
Yes,
yeah.
so Twickenham
See, I'm more
is, sorry.
football, so
Yeah.
Twickenham was the England
Rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was 2 magicians, right? And I found this so weird, right? Because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And he was like, so how are you going to do it? I'm going to start off in this corner here. Would you mind just working there? And then what we'll do is maybe halfway through, we'll meet in the middle and we'll just discuss.
Lady in the Tramps then.
What?
That's weird.
I was thinking, what?
That's-
But then I was doing tricks. And there's this one trick where it pulls a lot of people because I do like a multiple card selection. So I can have people up to 3 to 5 to 6 to maybe the most I've done is about 8 or 9 people at the same time. Pick a card and then you shuffle it and you find their card, right? And I'm looking over and you see this other magician looking like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. It was just a really weird experience.
Yeah,
do you
it's
know
like
what
a
I mean?
competing thing there.
And I'm not a competitive. Well, actually, that is wrong. My wife would say I'm very competitive, but it's like,
Competitive in the way where you want to be better.
yeah, but I mean, you can't compare people. Like, I mean, you won't go out and compare yourself to any other comedian.
No.
And I won't compare myself to any other magician because there's no one doing it the way I'm doing it, and that's
And that's the
not being
competitive
big-headed.
in you, no.
Yeah. That's just
It's
the way.
just you stamping your own authority. It's like music. People stamp their own type of thing on music. Now they can have
100%.
styles and you can have things because obviously it's in the same genre. Like it's magic. So, but it's how you do it. It's how you put it out. It's how you
sort of portray it.
Yeah.
Would you say you're rock and roll magic?
Oh, listen, son, I'm rock and roll's favourite magician, mate. All right, if you're going to say it, get it right. All right.
But there's no other magic mod. Like
And that was given to me from a title where I used to go to music gigs, right? And then all of a sudden, people were getting me on the guest list to just do the after parties. And I suppose where it really, like, the flame really ignited was when the Stone Roses did Hyde Park in London. And I remember I had about 5 people around me. I was doing a trick, right? And my head was going because it's the first time I'd done a fucking pill as well, right? And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And someone said, do a trick. And I was like, fuck me, all right. So luckily enough, I had glasses on, right? I was fucking doing all this stuff. And next thing you know, I've looked up and I thought, am I tripping? There was about 30, 40 people all around me, right? Fucking filming, taking pictures, shit like this. Next thing you know, the next day at home, people were like, saw this magician, saw this, like, and it was like, oh, this is rock and roll, this is that. And I thought, this is fucking class, right? And it just really hit off. And what I used to do is just every gig, I used to make sure I had a deck of cards and just perform to the punters in, but not while the act's going on, you know. I wouldn't have someone perform and I go, by the way, get on this. Totally disrespectful if I did that. I'd do it like during the, you know, when the changeover's on and that, and in the smoking areas to people, and people love it because it's something so different. Like, remember some of the quotes I had from when I was on tours was like, I walk out and they're like, fuck, he's going to start singing Wonderwall or something like that. And then you start bringing out cards and doing this and they go, fuck me, what? It's mental, like, it shouldn't work. And sometimes people will say, well, it won't work. But that's because, for instance, I did this gig on Saturday, and there was a bloke who he didn't like magic at all. It was a skinhead festival, so you got a mod, doing a med. You got a mod going to this.
Is that a name for a mod that's a cunt?
Yeah, well, I've been called worse, mate. Let me assure you. So you've got like a mod going into a skinhead festival, right? It shouldn't work, and most people loved it, right? I had so much good feedback, and then there was this guy, and he was like, I was like, "What's the matter, mate?" He's like, "Weren't for me, mate. Weren't for me." I said, "All right, what did you think?" He said, "Honest, thought you were shit like that." I said, "What is that?" He said, "I don't like magic, mate. I don't like magic." I said, "What about Mudblood?" I'll tell you. You know when you can grab someone, you think you can get something here. So right, what about mind reading? He went, "You can't mind read." I went, "Mate," like that. I went, you sure? I said, "Just let your mind go blank." Fuck me. Right, that was quick. Well done. Right, here we go. Yep. Yeah. All right, I knew it. He said, "What?" I said, "You're a cunt, ain't you?" And then I walked off. Fuck me. Everyone was in bits, right? And this geezer's just standing there going, fucking, but I reeled him in. But there was also, remember I told you at the airport, it was one of them gigs where something else happened during, and I wouldn't normally be, I wasn't really being rude. I was just, you know, when people go out their way to sort of try and take the piss and like try and make you look like shit, you think, ooh, let me have a go now. Mm-hmm. And when I did the actual gig, and there was someone sitting in the front, as I told you at the airport when I saw you, and it was like just heckling throughout, you know. And you know, we've all got ammunition in the locker that we use, you know. And normally after one or two shots, people are down, but this bloke just kept going. But because people are laughing when I'm doing the comebacks, he thinks they're laughing
for him.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, I said, mate, if this was a boxing match, someone would have thrown the white towel in by now. Like, it just, there's nothing else. And just kept going. And it got to the point where I just stood there and thought, I don't know what to do. Like, in your head, you think, if you walk off, he's won, right? And everyone will say, you know, that was shit. You buckled in. So I just carried on. And then obviously a few more things happened. Bit of an altercation, and then some women sort of kindly removed him, but it shouldn't get to that part.
No, I get you. He was spoiling the show for
tried to make it about him. And
yes, and this is the problem. That's a narcissistic person, and you get them at weddings. I the vast majority of them I get are at weddings, not at my shows, believe it or not. And I'm really good with hecklers, really good with hecklers, and it's one of them things at weddings. People, there's always one person at a table in the wedding that thinks they're the funniest person, like an uncle or a brother, and they're like, "I'm the funniest cunt," right? And then I turn up at the wedding and I'm a paid comedian, and he's like, "Well, challenge accepted. I'll show this boy, he gets paid, he thinks he's good." And once you do one or two and everybody laughs at him, I've had one wedding where like a brother of the bride wouldn't stop, and it was like, bang, see what you say? Bang. Everybody laughing like fuck. Bang. And then I made another comment. He's like, "I will fucking kill you." And I'm like, this is your sister's wedding. I'm a comedian trying to entertain people, and you're wanting to fight. And he was just like, "Oh," growling like
stupid. And
then I just was like, I said, "No, you're like a fucking dog and behind a fence, and I'm going to get the paper on a Sunday morning, and nobody wants to hear a dog barking on a Sunday morning. But every time I walk past the fence, you're like, "Row, row, 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 row," and everybody fucking hates it. Even the guy that owns you, which could be your wife right now, fucking hates that his dog's barking from behind a fence. And everybody, and like it was no better. Everybody in their head went, "Sunday morning, cunt barking, 100% right, he's doing everybody's head in." And they get up and they lifted him and they put him out. Do you get what I mean?
Brilliant.
So it was just like, will you fuck up? And I told you about the one in Castlewell, and I've spoken about it in a couple of podcasts where your man run the stage. And I'm like,
flopped him.
And I said to him running up the fucking thing, I says, "Mate, do not let the microphone fool you. If you jump a stage, I'm going to knock you out." And he jumped, and I just went, like, practically put the fist out, but I, like, near took his fucking head off. And the whole room just went. But then nobody was laughing anymore because everybody was like, "Oh, fuck, it's got serious now. You know, but, what's going to happen?"
How do you deal with that then? So let me ask you, like, so that's happened, and as you said,
I tried to continue on, but nobody was laughing then.
So then, did you cut your set a bit?
No, I didn't. I fucking kept going, and he was lying there, and then people's like, "We need to check on him," and I'm
still
like, So I put my hand. I just remember us. I just remember putting my hand down and lifted him up and put him like that. And when he's breathing, and sat him back down again and continued on. So everybody was like, so people stopped loving me for being funny and started fearing me.
But then you're the bad one in the room.
He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
You know. So and then I brought them around a wee bit. The guy that was meant to come on after me was like, I'm not doing this gig. And they flew him over, and the guy's like, well, you're not getting paid. And then he's going to me, why did you hit him? And I went,
So you say you're the bad one.
I said, so would you let somebody run you? Like, it was either he was going to hit me or I was going to hit him.
Right.
I mean, I either had to kick him in the face or punch him because the speed of him coming and I'm standing still. You know, there's only one thing going to happen. He'd either grab me and we'll roll about and he could bite me ear or do whatever. I was a doorman for years. The deal is, once you go in within a metre, you're getting it because they're giving it to you. And here's me, so I'm not, here's me, I have my finger bitten off all before, here's me, I've been stabbed, so I'm never letting anybody get close to me. Do you know what I mean? And then, so, I says, look, let me go back on, I'll bring the crowd right. And I did. I went up and I fucking joked about it, and I went, look, don't worry about it, the guy's cool, he's outside, he's fucking woke up, no, don't worry, like, he's not dead. And then I continued on with the gig, and everybody then came back around again, and then that guy went on, and that was fine. And the bouncers came up at the end of the gig, and they were like, we're going to have to take you out the back door. And I went, why? And they went, because he's waiting outside. And I went, like, lads, you've seen it, dealt with it there. Like, I'm going out the front door, my car's right outside the door. I'm not fucking hiding. And they're like, oh, but once you go outside, like, we're not, I mean, don't come out there. And they were like, they were scared of him. They were scared of him. And I'm going, are you serious? I'm not. So I get outside, and the whole bar followed me out. And he run at me, but there was like a fucking ballard outside the bar, and they fucking run into it and went flying and spun round and ended up on the ground. I ended up driving him home.
You drove him home?
I felt that bad for him. I brought him home. Do you know, but...
Did you keep in contact?
No, fuck. Because when he got to the house, this was the fucking strange thing. When we got to the house, he was like, thanks, mate, and all. He was telling me he went through a hard time and his marriage fucking collapsed and all. He's back living in his parents' house and all. And I felt fucking bad for him. He just says, I've had too much to drink and I shouldn't have said what I said and all. And I was like, right. But when he got out of the car, he ran over to the back door of the house and he opened it and he was like, quick! And he shouted like 3 names. Come on, help me beat this guy. And I'm like, fuck me. What a sad bastard.
Joking.
Swear to God. And that was after bringing him home. Whenever.
Fucking joke, mate, innit?
But it's one of them things, and I just put that night down to, I would say he woke up the next day
and probably regretted what
probably
he did.
regretted because
people do though, don't they?
Because on top of everything else, even if they were scared of him in the town after that, like, he got beat, and he beat himself the second time. So
that's embarrassing enough, though, isn't it? But I like I said, I don't mind hecklers because I sort of encourage it because I'm one of them ones who I say, like, if it's funny and you think it's funnier than me, please. But if it ain't, you're getting fucking shot down, mate. Yeah. And like people, like when I did the people I know come to like the Limelight one, it was brilliant. You know, the thing is over here they're more respectful, which is weird, right? Well, not weird, but it's like, you know, it's such a good vibe here, and I find people of Belfast have got such a great fucking sense of humour, right? And I think if anything, my sort of sense of humour and my whole act has got better from, you know, the whole sayings and everything around there. Yeah. Like, you know, you can shut someone down just with the dead on like that. Yeah. Just shuts them down, right? And that's it. Where if you do that over in England or something, they're like, what is this man saying? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like, for instance, as I said before, fuck up. Oh God, I remember the first time I heard that and I could not stop laughing. And then I remember this incident with the, I've never heard this, the father-in-law, we were coming back we got married in Spain. I didn't get married to the father-in-law. I got married to me and my wife.
I was going to say,
I got there before you did.
A wee bit different.
I know, right? So me and my wife, we got married in Greece, and my mum, her mum, and the father-in-law were all there, and he had a really bad knee, right? And I shouldn't have laughed, right, because it was a bad thing, but I've never heard this saying, and it was brilliant. He gets bad knees, and obviously the pressure was seizing his knee up, right? And my wife, like, they're in the aisle there. My wife Nadine's leant over and went, "Are you all right?" And he's just gone, "Fuck away off," like that. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking brilliant like that, right? But she was like, fuck's sake. Like, it was because he was in so much pain, and I'm like, fuck away off.
Fuck away off.
That is brilliant.
It's mad. We just see it a second.
Yeah, that seems normal.
Yeah, like, to me, it's so different. Like when I first when I hear people say stuff like that over here, I'm like, oh my God.
Because it's sort of like fuck away off is like a way of saying fuck off in an endearing way.
It's a way of saying, listen, I'm in that much pain. I don't need any input from anybody else.
Still to this day, done me in like a kipper. Honestly, there's me like, oh shit, just getting the fucking health and safety card out, reading it like.
It's like one of them things, but too, this Belfast, like the accent and stuff, it carries for you. Like, see, when I was in America, it was, people couldn't believe it. You know, it's like, there was an Indian guy who grew up in the States, and he was like, your voice, he says, see if I could get your voice for my car alarm. Because he had always got these fucking, it was the time of Fast and Furious was out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he was like putting 100,000k into a fucking 25k car from fucking Japan. So they would try and steal his cars, and they would come onto his driveway to get the cars, and he had 2 or 3 of them. And he met me in the boardwalk where I was like working in one of my brother-in-law's shops, and it was about shouting across. So what I would do is embarrass people to come and play the games. So I would be like, say a guy walking with his girlfriend, and I go, here, mate, come on over and win your daughter a prize. And Americans don't get that humour. So the guy would come over and go, excuse me, sir, this is my wife. Or this is my girlfriend. And I'm like, fuck up, come here. And then you embarrass him enough where he's like, oh, well, I want to fucking defeat this guy, you know. And you would fucking slap him on the back dead hard and go, fuck's it, ways up, you ball bag, come on the fuck. And they're like, what is he even saying? You know, so they're enticed, and then they're a wee bit shocked. And once you come over and you grab their hand, you shake it really fucking hard. What the fuck, win a fucking teddy bear, $5 you can't win a fucking teddy bear. Draw me. And they're like, well, fuck, I am fucking playing. So they'll expect you. So the guy who owned the jewelry shop next door was the Indian guy, and he was like, my dad was like, Gwyn, do you see this guy from Ireland? Fucking listen to him. So I'm shouting all over the boardwalk. So then it was tracking, and then I was doing keep-ups with the wee balls, and people were coming over, and he was going, see if I get your voice for my car alarm, because if somebody come on the driveway and went, fuck off away from my car, right?
Aye.
So we went out the back, and his car always gets people taking photographs and all.
Yeah.
And I stood at the top of the fire exit of their shop, and I was like, yo, get the fuck away from my car. And they're all like, so they just walked up. And he's like, I want that as my car alarm. Do you know what I mean? It's just a thing, like, with the accent. And the many people just come up and go, where are you from? You know, fucking...
Fuck away from that.
Hey, what? Fuck off away from that car.
What's that thing? Is it Phoenix Nights? Move back, you bastard! I'll break your legs. Or he's got that car alarm on his thing. Fucking brilliant, mate. That
Do you know?
is
But
fucking gold.
it was just, your mom was like, fuck it, I've never heard anything like it. And I think it is one of them, like, when you have this accent, it's even working in the building sites in London, all the boys and whatever, and it got me so much attention from people. Like, I was working in London, and the company I was working for from here went bust, but my van and all was still over there, and my tools, and the house that we were staying in was rented by the company. So the guy rang me, it was like Easter Tuesday, and he's like, you need to get over because the rental house and all's going. And I was like, fuck. So I went over and met all the boys from here that were fucking working over there, and they were like, the fucking company has shut down the site. You can't get in to get your stuff. So you have to apply and provide your logbooks. And I went, bollocks. Fucking sure, you know. But I was working in Brixton, but my van was in Rayners Lane. You know Rayners Lane?
Yeah.
So here's me, lads. I'm going to get the van here, and then I'm coming back. I'm getting into the site. I don't give a fuck. And they're like, Paddy, you're security. So there was this one fucking guy doing security in Rayners Lane. We get up, and they were like, fuck, security. And I went, lads, calm down the fuck. And they're like, what do you mean? And I went into the security cut, and he's like, all right, brother, you can't get in, the fucking site's fucking closed. And I was like, listen, here's 20 quid. I would advise you to go and have your lunch, spend the 20 quid. I'm taking that van, and that van, because they don't belong to this company. There's not a fucking sign on any of them. I said, so take that 20 quid and get a lunch break. And when you come back, there'll be nothing touching this side, but them 3 vans are away. Because it has nothing to do with this company. It's up to you. And he went, I'm going to have my lunch. And they just looked at me like, what the fuck? You know, but it was the accent. Like, it's just like, I'm not
Throws people off, doesn't it?
I'm not fucking dealing with this. This guy's giving me 20 quid and I can get off hook here. And when we went in, the boys were like, come on, fill the vans. And I went, if you fucking fill the vans, I've told that fella, we're not touching fucking nothing. Nah, my word's my word. I says, get the vans and out the fuck. Take nothing but your vans. And we took the vans out. Went down to Brixton, tried it with your man. He wasn't fucking having it. Like, he was just like, no. He wasn't from England, to be honest with you. He was just like, no. So I was like, right. And they were like, what are we going to do? And I was like, I know exactly where the tool safe is. I says, and I own the tool safe. I says, so that's where I'm getting in. So shift changed. I cut the big wooden fucking hoarding. I went in and I fucking get into my safe and fucking bolted it from the floor, pulled it in the van. I says, where's your stuff? And went in, we got all their tools. And then we fucking left. And I was like, where are you going? But it's just that thing. And they ended up working in, I was in a bar. So we went into a bar to meet somebody. And a guy overheard me, and he was from Essex. And he was like, sorry, I heard what you were talking about there. Your jobs went down. And he says, I run a actual carpentry company. You look and work. And I was like, where is it? And he went, Scagness. And I went, fucking Scotland. And he went, Scagness isn't in Scotland. But I thought it was.
I always thought
it's one of them ones. If anyone says Scagness, everyone thinks it's Scotland. Because of the ness bit in it. And he was like, I mean, whereabouts is it? And he went, it's about fucking 3 hours up from here. He says, and it's just up from fucking Norwich and stuff. And I was like, right, have me. Well, what have you got? And he says, it's Butland's camp.
That's
he says,
big one
fucking thing. And I was like, right, okay. And he says, your digs are paid, your breakfast is £1, your lunch is £1, your dinner's £1, and you can get your clothes washed and all. And I'm like, fuck, that sounds brilliant. And I says, look, I'll work for fucking a couple of weeks. He says, we've 3 weeks left. And I was like, right, okay. He says, well, do you want to get a squad? So I says, the boys just want to go here. Fucking, we'll get our money back because we're not going to get our wages from last week. Well, you know, we're fucking, the company's went bust. I says, we'll go to Scagness and work for a couple of weeks and then make our way home. We'll pay for your boat and all. So we went up anyway. And the first day, I had a wee tiny pencil. And it didn't fit behind my ear. So I had it in my mouth. And I'm working away. And next minute I heard, oi, what are you doing fucking smoking in my sight? And I turned around and I went, it's not a fucking fig, it's a pencil. And his face dropped. And he was like,
Righto.
And he just run away, right? And I was like, fucking hell. So that night I was sitting having my dinner. And he came over and he was this old boy. He was wearing motorbike shirts. And I says, here, I've got a shirt I can show you. And I'll be back in 2 minutes. I run down and I had one from the big motorcycle things over in America.
Yeah.
And Sturgis. And I says, look at that. And he says, wow, that's fucking class. And I went, do you know what? Here, have it. I mean, because my brother-in-law give it to me. It's just he has a t-shirt printing company. I never wear it. You obviously appreciate it more. And he sat down and he says, do you know when you spoke today? He says, I was in the army. He says, and I was stationed in Belfast. And he says, and that scared the shit out of me when I heard your voice because it brought back
flashbacks.
All the memories. And he says, I couldn't believe that you're here working. And I was like, right. And I was like, why? And he went, you shouldn't be here working. And I'm like, why? And he went, well, our company is like for all ex-service. You're from Belfast, like, and there's no way you should be here. And I was like, right. So the guy that employed us, he never thought anything about it. You know what I mean? He was just throwing men in, and he employs all his men from England. And but it was the voice. He says, I haven't heard that voice. He says, so all I wanted to do was get fucking offside when you spoke to me. And I was like, right. But then we were friendly after that, like, do you know what I mean? But it was one of them ones with a voice. But the guy I was working with, which is a funny bit, right? He was from County Meath. Right. Now we say Meath. When you're from Meath, you don't pronounce the H. So they say meat.
Right.
They don't say H in anything. I'm from County Meath, right? But when we would shout measurements on a building site, so say I measured something, the length of wood, 1,213 or 1,220, right? Or 1,230. So we were doing these timber decks on the outsides of the fucking chalet bungalows. So what I said was, lads, I'd set the big saw up down here instead of us individually running down. 2 yous go up there. What I'll do is you shout down the measurements, get a fucking measurement across, shout them down, and I'll cut and throw them up. Because nobody else was doing it that way, you know? And I had your man Joe from County Meath up, and I says, right, Joe, give me the measurement. And he doesn't do it that way. He doesn't say 1,200. They don't do it. So he went 1,280, right? And I went, what? And he went 1,280, and all the English fellas were laughing. And I turned around and I says, what the fuck are you laughing at? And your man says, is he saying potato? Right? Because that's what it fucking sounds like, and that's the joke, like that's the slagging that they give us. Potato, like forever. Right. And I listened to it and I mean, do you know what? I get why the fucking say it, like, because that's fucking insane that he doesn't say it in that 1280 potato. I was like, Joe, fucking 1280, 1230. Here he was. What do you mean I can't say it like that? I went, fucking better start saying it like that because they're all fucking laughing at you. You can't. That's why they fucking think we're fucking stupid. So it was one of them ones with the accent, you know what I mean? Just shows you the difference. And they were going, his fucking accent to your accent, like, completely
Chalk and
fucking...
cheese.
Big time. Like, he was proper, like, diddly-dee-diddly. Whereas
And
mine's
there's
like,
your
fucking...
rough as fuck.
Shut the fuck up, or I'll
Fuck
stick a
up.
fucking hammer in your head, you cunt. Do you know?
Your accent was good there.
Fuck up. Well, listen,
Well,
I'm
he's been
trying,
here.
mate. I've been
He's
here
been
for
here
a
a
while.
while.
Fucking have, mate. Yeah. It's good.
Like, see,
I like
we were
it.
talking about the mind reading. Do you do that?
The what? The
Mind
mind reading? No, what fuck, mate. No, it's not for me. I mean, I'll leave that to like Darren Brown and all that, mate. Like, yeah, or Quentin Baptiste from. I'm getting the word. No.
Oh,
yeah.
Saw a clip.
I used to do this bit, right? And it actually came from my granny, right? Where I would get a newspaper
Why?
and give it to the front row, and they would rip a piece out of the newspaper, and from it, I would know things about them,
Right.
right? But the joke of the whole thing that my granny used to do, she didn't mind read.
Yeah.
She used to fucking go. She used to ask a couple of questions or whatever, right? And you could be lucky and get a couple.
Yeah.
And then she would go, do you know what this makes me feel? And they're like, what? No, when they're like in.
Yeah.
And you know, you're a bit old to be believing in this shit, right? That was the fucking joke of it. I done it twice and I stopped doing it because I was really accurate.
Right.
And I went, that's fucking scary. And it happens to me all the time doing crowd work. Like, I will fucking, and it, like, I get things from people. It's fucking insane. I stopped doing it because it was that scary that I'm not accurate about it, that I can fucking do it.
There's a newspaper. Give it to me and we'll test you.
It doesn't even, it's just mad. Like, I can near enough, that clip we done, like, last week, I had to actually go and find Tiago.
Did you find him?
I found him. He's called Tiago Ramos.
He's not called Tiago Ramos.
100%. His dad's actually fucking from Belfast and his ma's from Portugal. And then he moved here and he lives here. I have him on Instagram to fucking prove because
No
people
way.
think, yeah, he grew up here. And he 100%.
Why was he saying it like that?
Because he grew up here, so he sounds like us.
Not even like that. He sounded like he was taking the piss.
Like, genuinely. No, but he's just one of us. So it was fucking insane. So we done this clip where it was like, yeah. But yeah, no, he's 100%. And I couldn't believe it, like, because it was just, normally somebody won't throw me off.
Right.
Do you know,
Yeah.
fucking literally just found him the other day. And I had him because it was like a fucking one of them request things. But anyway. But it's insane. So it's just them things where, like, near enough I can get ladders and stuff from where people live in, like, their address or their street name. Like, so it's not exactly like I'll fucking find out.
Yeah.
But, like, numbers of their house, I can get one or two of them, and I can get fucking, like, ladders of where they're from, which is insane.
That's fucking mental. That is, mate. That is mental.
I was going to say, well, we'll go over to Patreon.
Right. So what are we on now?
We're over an hour, so I was going to say
You have a H in yours, and you have an F. Am I right?
I have a H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your street,
Street. Yeah.
and you have an F.
No.
Right. A W.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's as much as I'm getting. And there's either a 3 in your postcode or a 5 in your house number. Am I right?
There's a 5 in the house number. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the postcode a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's too easy to say BT because everybody has BT.
Yeah.
But I haven't got the full, but I can see that. There's a no in it as well.
There's a what?
A no.
Yeah.
And then the further you go on, it's fucking mad that you can do that.
But does that help though? Because you were a cabbie and then you think to yourself, I know where this cunt lives. Because you know roughly the part I'm in.
I know that what road you're on. That's as much as I know.
You know
I
too
said
much. He knows too much. That's weird. That's weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah, big time.
Fuck's sake.
It's normally me doing the tricks.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't it insane?
yeah.
And I don't know your full. It's not coming up, so I don't see your full address, but I'll see letters that's in where your address is.
That's fucking mad.
And do you know what? I'm sitting thinking about London, and I'm trying to get your London address, like literally, like your street. I'm trying to get a letter in it.
Is that how
And a
you knew
number.
how to find the praise guy out there?
Oh yeah, someone
Which is hard
rocked
to
up
find.
to his place, didn't they?
Yeah. It's hard to find. No, he actually just physically gave me the address. But it's not nuts.
That's weird.
And like
mate.
I've done that 100 times, like saying to people, "Here, I could do this," and then I went, "I'm stopping doing this because it's
Too accurate.
Because you see
weird.
it, and people's like, "What?" And I'm going, "I couldn't tell you your whole address, but I can tell you the thing."
I can't have you be doing stuff, mate. I got.
Yeah, you need to give us a trick before we sign off on the public one.
Can't be having this.
This isn't competition, by the way.
You remember about earlier on? I said I'm not very competitive.
Yeah, that's lies.
Oh, fucking bollocks, mate.
And I wouldn't say I'm a medium. I would say I'm more an extra large.
Extra large. What?
Open that.
I tell you what I do. You take the cards,
Yep.
right, and deal them into my hand
This-
one at a time.
this-
one at a time. Take them from the top. Deal them.
Right.
Do it face
Flick
up. Do it
over?
face up. Yeah, face up.
This blows my mind every time.
And what I want you to do, don't even think about one. Just whenever you get an urge, what I want you to do is just stop whenever you want. Okay. You sure?
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
So we've stopped at the 3 of spades. Obviously, before you could have had the Queen of Diamonds, 2 of Hearts. If we went one more, would have had the 8 of Hearts. You've stopped at the 3 of spades.
Yep.
Do you want to change your mind?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
In this deck, I have a prediction. And there's one card, and that is a prediction. Okay?
Fuck off.
You could have stopped anywhere. And that one card is the 3 of spades.
What?
That blows my fucking mind. I swear to God.
And you could have had anything. But you stopped there.
That blows my mind. Like,
That's wild.
and I thought I was good with the address thing.
We could be a double act. We could be a double act.
But it also scares me that I'm so fucking accurate with them things.
I was like, yeah, I don't know how you, yeah.
And see, the further it goes on, see, the more time you spend, the more you get.
That's mad, isn't it? See a tambourine in the corner there.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that to bring? You ever try balancing one of them fuckers on your head?
I know it. See his photograph,
Right.
See if you look, because I have a photograph of Liam with the tambourine the other night, and when you look at it without zooming in, it looks like a monster. It looks like something from Star Wars.
It's mad.
You see.
Absolutely mad.
So there doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But look at that picture there. Doesn't that look like?
Oh yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's like a mask,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Without
weird, isn't
like
it?
zooming in.
Fucking mad.
Oh, this is.
But I mean, he's he's just mad the way he does. Fucking. Imagine if, like, my missus, right, if she walked through sometimes when I'm fucking about in the house, right, with my headphones in, trying to balance a tambourine on my head, like, seriously, there'd be divorces, mate. You think, what the fuck are you doing?
Have you tried?
Yeah, of course I have. It's the first thing I did when I got back from Manchester, mate. Where's that tambourine? She gone? Brilliant. Couldn't do it. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I got it up there for 2 seconds and the tambourine. Wee.
Jenky has a wee.
Look. So, it's all right, I'll get it, mate.
You'd one fucking
So
job.
these, but he's walking around the stage with it on his.
He must have.
In his hat, he must have a little, like.
But he does it with his head. He must have like a flat part of his head or something.
But I mean,
Maybe it's round the other way.
or maybe this is a bit. Look at us trying to do, like.
Yeah. Just because he's
The secrets
I won't
of
try it. I've never
the
tried
secrets
it.
of
I've never
Liam
tried it.
Gallagher
I've
balancing
never
a
tried
tambourine
this.
on his head.
I've never ever tried it. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy.
But he's walking along the fucking stage with it and all that, and I'm thinking,
How the fuck are you doing that? He must have that turned around the other way. I nearly took my nose off.
Fucking right. What happened? Did someone knock you out or something? What happened?
Yeah.
We were balancing.
Yeah, well, how did you break your nose? Tambourine, mate. Of all the things to die from, a tambourine.
How funny would that
We'll go
be?
to Patreon and we'll do. I was thinking we would do a draft of Oasis songs. So you have to pick 5 Oasis songs, but you just pick them one.
Yeah, and I have questions. I have questions as well on
questions
there.
there.
So, folks, go on, join the Patreon. You can pay as little as what?
£1.
£1. If you pay more if you want, but you can pay £1. Go on the Patreon. There's near fucking 4.5 years of additional stuff. There's all sorts of. There's the tattoo one. There's all different kinds of shows and Patreon stuff that we'll have on there. Loads of material for £1, and you'll get to see the Oasis one. If you like this podcast, you'll enjoy us. Yeah, so go over and join it. Thank you to the Magic Mod for this week's podcast.
More than welcome.
Go and see Oasis if you can get a ticket. We're going on Sunday. We can't wait. Yeah.
I should have also. I'd like to add. I should have another show in Belfast and Dublin soon. So
Announced?
keep your eyes out. Yeah, hopefully soon be announced.
We'll go to that as well.
Oh, you might as well. Might
Yeah,
as well turn up. Yeah. Fuck it, we're here now.
We're invested. So thank you, everybody. See us all soon. Keep lit with the Mudblood podcast.
I feel electric.